is one of the most well-known international dance schools, and Kalakshetra was founded in 1930 by Rukmini Devi Arunde, and it's a holistic training. We stay on the campus. We get up at 5 in the morning. We do Gayatri mantra. We do yoga. We learn Bharatanatyam. We learn music. We learn philosophy. We learn, it's a whole work. So I did my diploma and postgraduate diploma in dance from Kalakshetra. So Kalakshetra has made me who I am. Bharatanatyam stands for Bhava, Ba for Bhava, Ra for Raga, and Ta for Tala. Bharata means expression, music, and rhythm. It's a dance style created by Bharata, Natya Shastra. So it's called Bharatanatyam. It's a style which has clean lines, triangles and angles. The spine is straight, and expression is all very subtle, more bhakti, and a nice solid footwork. To me, that is Bharatanatyam. It's also a style which has a lot of grammar. A style that has so much grammar that you can go into contemporary dance using that grammar. I have learned Kuchipudi. Kuchipudi is the classical dance style from Andhra Pradesh, and Kuchipudi is very similar to Bharatanatyam, yet very different. Kuchipudi, the movements are a little rounded. Bharatanatyam, I would do this. Kuchipudi, there's a rounding. To me, Bharatanatyam is Krishna is there. In Kuchipudi, Krishna is here. Well, I do like Pina Bausch. I love Rukmini Devi Arundel, of course, my guru. Martha Graham, I've liked some of her works. Of course, I'm a great fan of the Bolshoi. Understanding of what you're doing helps you to go beyond the lyric and helps you to communicate with the audience better. So I think research is something that you can't do without. So I tell my dancers, when you go on stage, you may be dressed from head to toe, but actually you're naked. Okay? You are opening your soul to the audience, and you're allowing the audience to see inside your soul. You're inviting them into your inner spaces, which means you must be very clear what you're doing, and you must forget what you're doing. So you must know what you're doing, you must know your grammar, you must know your idiom, you must know your research, and after that, you go beyond it. And I think only when you do that, does the communication happen. Otherwise, it's just pretty. There is a grammar in the dance, but there is also a body language that happens in us, naturally. Okay? For instance, when you say fear, this is not dance. This happens to all of us. Okay? And then if you're doing disgust, if supposing you have to cross a dirty road, there's a sewage, there's something dirty, you do that. So I use those movements which you see in daily life and brought it into the dance. For instance, Veera, bravery. You just look at the army parade. I don't need to look at anything else. It's just army parade. But then you put a movement into it. It's called The Prophet of Khalil Gibran, a 1930s poet, Lebanese poet, very philosophical work. So I'm talking about that, in which he talks about issues of life in beautiful English poetry. My tryst with cancer happened in 2008. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. and my dance helped me to deal with it. Durga was a beautiful lady created by the gods. They invested in her all the special powers. She was a goddess who was meant to go and kill the evil Mahishasura. So she had not one but 18 arms. Each was with all the different weapons. And she rode out not on a chariot but she rode on her lion. So for me, the lion was my strength. All of us have strength, inner strength. So that was a strength. And all these arms were all the medication and friends and family and all that. And the war field was cancer for me. For her, it was Mahisha. So for me, that myth, that metaphor which is there around you, I owned it. I said, this is going to be me. And it helped. I think the biggest challenge is lack of support. There's not as much support as you would expect. Because the popular, like Bollywood, is much more popular. Classical dance, I think, has got a very small base. And I think the challenge is to get students in and to keep them in the art. Start and stay. It's difficult because you're using your body differently. But if you stay the course, I think it's the best thing to do. And do your research, read a lot, learn, rather than just, repeating what is taught. The good thing about Indian dance, or India for that matter, is it's free. You're very friendly people. You love art forms, and I think that is shown. And we're having a blast. We're enjoying ourselves. We're beautiful. We want to come back.